welcome to this week's video. So this week I'm going to help you with some tips on when it is okay to actually say no to clients. So tip number one is when baby is not okay. So even though client asks you to do a particular pose or continue with the actual session and baby is just not settling, and you get the sense of an energy that the baby isn't okay, or there's something that's just not right, that's definitely an okay time to say no to your client, to redirect them to come maybe back for a session, or maybe to take it more easy and take it, a little bit longer until the baby settles to move on with the session. I really think that you have to trust your gut instinct on this, because sometimes clients are in a rush, they want to get the session done, they have a vision in their head because their friend got a shoot with you, that they want it perfect, and their baby is just not settling. With your session, your priority should be the baby's safety and well-being first and foremost. So that is definitely an okay time to actually say no to your client and say, well, this is what we have to do, or this is what we should be doing, or maybe give the baby some time so we can continue on with the session. If you feel that it's just not right for yourself to continue with working with that particular baby. Second tip when to say no to a client is when a client requires a pose. Meaning that if client requires a very unsafe pose, see, I've had clients come in, their baby's way older and they want a particular pose that only can be done for a baby a few days old. That's when I would say no. When you feel like you're not trained in that pose, when you don't feel comfortable doing that pose. For instance, I'm never comfortable doing a froggy pose. I do it, I never advertise it, only upon request. And if I feel like that baby is that flexible to do that particular pose. So in any situation like that, that is an okay time to say no to your client. Number three is when the client goes against your contract or policies. So if your contract or policies for your shoots say a particular thing and they try and change it, or try and tell you otherwise, or threaten you against taking you to consumer affairs or things like that, then it is okay to say no. This is why it's so important to back yourself with contracts and policies and have contracts by your clients signed prior to the session. Now, yes, I get clients that come in, but like I always say, I check their file before they come in. Sometimes on rare occasions we have clients that just forgotten to sign their portrait contract. I will not go ahead with any session unless they do sign that before we get started. So if they decide to go against and say, well, I was busy with my toddler and they'll give me a hard time, that's why I didn't pay you on time, so can you please avoid that late fee? If you are not okay with that, then you can simply say no if you have backup for yourself, like a contract or policy agreement signed by that client. So they're just some tips to help you understand when it's okay to say no to clients. There are many more other situations, but I think these are the main ones that myself and other photographers get. So if you are in a situation like these three, then please do not feel like you are making the client run away or losing the client. There are plenty more if that client isn't the right fit or is giving you a hard time. It is okay as a photographer and a business owner to say no to a client, because in the end, this is your business and this is your profession, and you understand it more than they do. So it is okay to say, client, do not be scared when you do. So hopefully that all makes sense and it's given you some ideas or a little push to say no to that client that's been bugging you or giving you simply a hard time or requesting something that you cannot offer them. So it is okay. So let me tell you that, because it just takes a little bit of gut, a little bit of push for yourself to actually say no. But once you get in the habit of standing your ground, it's all good. So hopefully you enjoyed this video for this week. Remember, go on over to the newbornphotographersociety.com and download my free newborn session guide. And we have a new Instagram account for the Newborn Photographer Society, so go follow us with the link below, and I'll catch you all next week for another video. Until then, take care.